So the publishing of The Great Gatsby, set in the Roaring '20s, is marking its 100th anniversary.
Reporter Kristin gives us a glimpse into the early life and the influences of its author, F. Scott Fitzgerald, who has a dedicated display right now at the Minnesota History Center.
So, Kate, it's been 100 years since the publishing of The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, who grew up in St. Paul. We see his statue in Rice Park, his image in a mural on the side of the Fitzgerald Theater. So describe the influence the capital city had on his writing.
St. Paul influenced Fitzgerald throughout his life. St. Paul people and places appear in his novels and his short stories. I think, like many of us, he may have had a bit of a complicated relationship with his hometown, but it definitely inspired him.
So his first novel, This Side of Paradise, he didn't just sign a copy, he wrote something to all of you at the Historical Society of Minnesota. I mean, what is that like to make that discovery?
Right, we're really lucky. We have an edition of This Side of Paradise, his first novel, his debut novel. He signed and inscribed it to the Minnesota Historical Society just 3 months after the book was published, which I think is really amazing because it speaks to not only what a huge hit his first novel was, but actually like how much he thought of the work and its value. I mean, I think he was only 23 at the time and he was signing a book to the State Historical Society.
And like fast forward almost 100 years and it's here.
He's still display. A cultural icon.
So describe the space that we're standing in and how many pieces make up this exhibition.
Yeah, so we're so excited to have on display some of our favorite items from the Fitzgerald collection here at the Minnesota Historical Society. We started with our collections here and made a list of all of the things that we thought were the most exciting or the most surprising, and that really helped shape and guide what's on display here. So we've been collecting around Fitzgerald's life and work pretty much for 100 years on our own as well.
Little by little?
Little by little. So some things have come as gifts from other people, some things we have purchased as like particular for the collection, but some of the items here on display were actually things that his St. Paul friends, we have some photographs that his friends took. They're very candid, they're very casual, and they were later gifted to us to preserve and take care of.
That's incredible. And my eye goes right to that flapper dress, the sequins, it just pops. How does that play into Fitzgerald's life, especially during that roaring '20s?
Fitzgerald and his wife, Zelda Fitzgerald, both helped popularize this idea of the flapper grill. It was part of a cultural movement among many young women. Hemlines arose, waistlines dropped, women embraced freedom and fun. And Zelda Fitzgerald really was the quintessential flapper. The dress that we have on display is a real 1920s dress. It was purchased by a woman named Catherine Sheehan who lived in St. Paul. She bought it in Paris in about 1928, and I love to imagine either of the Fitzgeralds seeing this dress either on display or on a wear somewhere in St. Paul.
On a dance floor, maybe? Caught their eye.
Across the dance floor.
That is so cool. So The Great Gatsby. It's hard to believe, but at first it wasn't an overnight hit or a big success. Why do you think that is? And then how did it turn to become one of the most beloved novels of all time?
Yeah, so I think when The Great Gatsby was first published, it was different than Fitzgerald's other works. It was not quite a short story, it was not quite a full novel, it was a little bit different style, and critics didn't quite know what to do with it. Some people really liked it, some people not so much. Fitzgerald himself thought he was misunderstood, and it actually went briefly out of print in the 1930s. But during World War II, many soldiers had armed services editions of The Great Gatsby that they carried with them into war, and during the 40s you see sort of a renewed interest in The Great Gatsby, and now today a lot of students in high school read it when they're in school, and it really has become much more popular, much more well-known.
For folks coming in to check out this display, what are you hoping they leave with?
I hope that they find something that surprises them. We tried to really put together and curate some items that were very special both to Fitzgerald and to the Historical Society, but also some unique things that might get people thinking.
So the F. Scott Fitzgerald exhibit is on display at the Minnesota History Center through the end of May.